So, I did not watch any of the All-Star game. Did you?
Nah, other than clips on Twitter, that's pretty much all I
Do
got.
you know who won the thing? Won it?
uh, the OG team with Steph and KD and all them, they beat the Rising Stars.
Yeah. I don't know. So, I have this thing about the NBA in particular, and that I
Yeah,
think that like so many journalists that came of age when we came of age, like I mean, basically the NBA media is our age now, and so many of them
true.
came of age during the time when the coverage of the NBA was like objectively bad and often racist.
Yes.
Jailblazers, Allen Iverson, and so these were
Yeah.
people that came of age, so they joined the league, and they're very protective of the players, and now it's almost overcorrected, and
Mm.
now we're at this place now where I mean this is the logical end game of 15 years of telling the players that all player empowerment is good, it's all great, and everything you want should be taken care of. And like, why would they care? You've told them that they shouldn't have to care about anything other than themselves for 15 years. Player empowerment is the greatest thing in the world, and it's just like I don't know. Like it's objectively off-putting how little these NBA players care about this stuff. Like,
Yeah.
and just how like I watch an NBA game these days, and it
Mm.
just feels like the world's greatest pickup league. It doesn't
Yeah.
feel like anyone is in it for anything bigger than themselves. Like they're wearing these it feels like an AAU tournament. Like they're wearing these random jerseys.
Yeah.
The courts are random. The coaches are in sweatsuits. It's just
Right.
not professional. The players change
Yeah.
teams so much, and it just feels like there's no attachment to it, and they have to be careful
Right.
because I tweeted
Yeah.
about this
Well, that's
earlier. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's the thing. It's become like the intrigue is about like the hypotheticals and about like the transactions. It's not so much about the action of the game itself.
Well, the thing is, a lot, and it's not just basketball; it's baseball too. Football is a bit cocoon from it because football is so complex. But like, so many people think
Right.
sports is about solving a math problem, and
Hmm.
it's not. Like, it's about how they make you feel, and most people watch
Right.
sports for the storytelling element and the mythology around it. And
Correct.
when you're just trying to solve a problem, shooting a bunch of threes, it just feels like I'm watching, an accountant conference.
Yeah. Okay.
And it just it's tough because like it's their money and they earn it, but you have to be careful with, when you get to players making 50, 60, 70 million dollars a year.
Right.
I tweeted about this earlier. It's like sports are supposed, especially team sports, are supposed to feel working class. And even if they aren't, the
Right.
illusion of it is important.
You got to feel like they're one of you.
Nobody wants to feel like they're watching the Aristocats at leisure. And right now, I feel like I'm watching a bunch of rich dudes hang out. It feels like I'm watching a country club where like no one actually cares if they win. It's just
Yeah.
like, it's like at the country club. Like if you go to the golf tournament, maybe you win, maybe you don't, but it's all just hanging out, making
Hmm.
money. And
True.
they have to be careful of that. So, do you have anything to add?
Yeah. I mean, so I know they've been talking. Everybody's been talking about how to fix it and what should be done about it. I've been seeing a lot of things where they're talking about a lot of players actually are down to do one-on-one tournaments. I feel
Yeah.
like that would be a big. That would definitely help for sure. I would love to watch that. Um, I
Well,
mean, the thing too is like, okay, for like the dunk contest, I feel like every dunk has been done. Like, there's just
yeah.
nothing more to do. Like, I think they could just do away with that, to be honest, or just have like street ball guys come in and do it. Shit, I don't know, but
Yeah, I
like,
mean, star power would help. Like not
yeah,
having players people have heard of would make a
right.
difference.
You can't rely
Uh,
on a D leaguer every time down.
Yeah, it just it's not even about the dunk contest, but like Saturday they wanted to do a 3-point shootout with Steph and Clay and
Sabrina
Sabrina
and
and
Caitlin
Caitlin.
Clark. Yeah.
And Caitlin said she didn't want to do it because she wanted her first one to be the WNBA. And let me tell you, they lucky I'm not in charge because I'd have told her, look, Caitlin, the only reason the WNBA exists is because
It's
we
because of
cover
the
all the red
NBA.
ink you spill. Get your ass out there and shoot around for 30 minutes. I don't give a fuck what you want to do. Like,
And it's really, you know what's crazy to me is
I just like, what do you
literally
mean?
the NBA stuck like the NBA players ride as hard for the WNBA as they ride for their own league.
Yeah.
So it's like you really should capitalize off that audience if you're
Yeah.
trying to be as big as you say you want to
I
be.
would have said, if I was Adam Silver, I said, oh my word, the WNBA folds tomorrow. Get the fuck out there and shoot around. Like, fuck you mean you don't feel like doing it? I don't
You
give a
don't feel
fuck
like
what you
doing it.
feel like doing it. This
What?
is you're my
And it's like, by
employee.
the way,
Get your ass
if
to
you're
work.
not even that, if your own league and your own All-Star weekend doesn't have a three-point shootout, like what are you waiting for? Like why do you need to wait for that to be created?
They lucky I ain't in charge. Because I'd have been like, I will fold that motherfucking league tomorrow if you don't get your ass out there and shoot.
Like, how are you
Like,
supposed to get? How are they supposed
it
to get
won't
more
be no
than
damn WNBA tomorrow.
like they say they want equal pay? I'm like, well, if you're gonna go from $56,000 a year to $50 million a year, you need to do shit with the
Yeah.
NBA and collaborate.
Players too, though. I mean, the NBA players too. Like, I think it was Vincent Goodwill of Yahoo Sports who said it best.
Mhm.
These players make what they make because the players came before them, did things like the All-Star game, did things like the
Correct.
dunk contest, put like they had you're not putting in the same sweat equity to leave the game in the place in a better place than you came with it.
Right.
I'm sure Dr. J didn't feel like doing the dunk contest. I'm
Every
sure
year.
Dominique Wilkins and all those people didn't feel like doing it, but they felt like that was about something bigger than themselves. And
Right.
they lucky I'm not in charge. Because I would avoid Zion's contract. Man. Oof. Anyways, let's talk about this movie. Wow.
I feel you.
All right. We'll do a 5-second cut, and
All
then
right.
you got the notes in here.
Oh wait, actually, I do have a question for you. Pop
Okay,
culture
what's
question
up?
for you. Did you hear about the line Drake had where he dissed Joe Budden and shouted out Melissa Ford?
No.
So he had
What
a
was the
line.
line?
He was like, uh, shout out to Melissa Ford, you a legend from the six. Too bad you sit next to a dick sucker.
Well,
I,
that's
I
that's
forget
heavy.
I forget exactly how it went, but it's something basically that those almost that's almost verbatim what he said. And and so you know how Drake's whole thing is I'm gonna go at a woman to get at a man.
Correct.
So everybody was like, oh, he's using her as a pawn, right? And she's been like posting pictures on Instagram with the captions from that song and
Yep.
shit. And it's like, he's dissing your boss, right? Like he's not actually complimenting you. He's being passive aggressive, and you're falling for the bait.
Maybe, but a lot of wrestling is I'm sorry, wrestling, not Freudian slip. A lot of rap is wrestling.
True.
This is all promo. Now, I think that the Kendrick Drake beef is very real, but like
Oh, I think
that feels like promo.
yeah.
That feels like these album sales ain't album selling. So let me latch
No,
on to a very popular.
that is very
Um,
true.
do you think his run is over?
Uh, define run. Do I think his career is over? No.
I mean,
Do I think he's still the guy? No, I don't. I don't.
I
I
man,
think that shit changed the way he's viewed forever. And I don't know if you
before
can
the
fix.
lawsuit, I thought he had a shot to. I think he'll always sell tickets. I mean,
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, he can still tour and he'll still in his
yeah,
next show if he's coming to Raleigh or Charlotte, I'm gonna be there. Like, but I also know that he's not who he pretended to be. I wouldn't say who we thought he was, but
yeah.
he's just not who he pretended to be,
Well, if you were
ultimately.
advising him, you're his right hand man. What
Yeah.
what 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 would you tell him to do right now?
Stop wearing that stupid ass
Everything's
hoodie
already
with the
done. You
yeah.
can't go back and obviously I would
Oh,
tell him
I
not to
can list
sue,
like 10
but
things,
all right,
okay?
but like starting today,
All
February
right.
18th, what would you tell him to do?
Stop wearing that stupid ass hoodie with them bullet holes in them on your tour.
I like
Okay?
that. I like that.
I mean, but it means you got hit. So
But he's still alive. That's
I
he's
guess,
still
but
here. The message
okay.
is I'm still here.
Did you see the shit with DeMar DeRozan's jersey? What he
I
did
would
with
have
the
did
jersey?
that. Fuck that. I'm with
And
him
no,
on that one.
I understand, but you just look like a loser doing it. You
I'm
look like a loser.
courtside with
You
you,
look bothered.
cheering on. You wouldn't like, when they traded you. I was courtside before it was cool to be a Raptors fan,
That is true. That's a fact.
and like,
I just
and you dick ride. I mean, let's just call. I mean, call a spade a spade. I mean, DeMar DeRozan's dick riding. Like, show me a picture of him with Kendrick
yeah.
before the song popped. You pop up in the video. Like, it's I can
No,
get the song's
that's
catchy as a
valid
motherfucker.
criticism. That's the thing too. It's also one of the most catchy songs of all time. So like, can
You're
you
supposed
really
to hold it
fault someone
down.
for like?
You know
Nah,
what that
I
is?
mean, I get it.
You know what DeMar
Yeah.
DeRozan and LeBron James are? They're the niggas who, when you go to the club and the bouncer's hating on you, that you like
Yeah.
you and your man's going to the club and the bouncer's
Yeah.
looking at your fit and he's hating. They like, all right, man, I'm gonna holler at you later. Like them, they not like where we going afterwards. They're like, man, it's too popping in there. I'm gonna go in there. And them niggas is too big and rich and famous to be following a wave like that. They supposed to have been with their mans and been like, okay, I get it. You down right now. It's popular. The song is catchy, but
Yeah.
I'm not finna
Well,
switch.
so I
Um,
did hear, I don't know how true it is, but I did hear that LeBron, he didn't get on stage and he did leave the show before he did that song. So I should have
nah.
been on that. But I mean, I get the sentiment. I understand it's valid.
You went into the
Um,
club. The bouncer was hating on me. We left together. We left the crib together. There's one circumstance when you can
yeah,
leave your man's. That's like if a woman pops up, we know
all
that's
bets are
just the
off. Yeah,
rules.
yeah, yeah, all bets are
But
off.
if we walk to the club together and the bouncer's hating on me and you like, Well,
No,
what you
yeah,
getting
we're
into?
going. No, we're going somewhere else. We're going somewhere else. We're going somewhere else.
And
100%.
I just,
I get
like
you. I
it's
just
there will be other waves. You don't have to
yeah.
hop on the one that's
So
calling your friend a pedophile.
no, I get you. Okay, so and then so okay, so I personally am telling him to take that stupid ass hoodie off.
Yeah,
I'm telling him to like just remove anything relating to like the lawsuit.
yeah. Drop
I'm
all that.
telling him, yeah, I'm telling to him to I'd be like, yo, you need to drop a rapping ass rap album. But it don't got to be like you trying to be tough. Just a rapping ass rap like '09 Drake, like remember that song Fear?
Yeah.
Like that type of shit, like the vulnerable, like authentic bar shit. Like do you need to drop an EP or something like that? You need to go back to like 2015 if you're reading This Is Too Late, Drake.
I think go
Um
back even further. I'll let you finish with your advice though.
yeah, I would say yeah, stop doing you just got to stop with like the victim complex. And I'm not saying he's not a victim
Yeah.
because he has the right to feel wronged, but also what I will say is like we haven't seen this many people turn on one person publicly before,
No.
like ever. Have we?
Everybody
Like
ain't lying on you.
they cannot all be wrong. And I've heard stories from shit at like different podcasts and shit where like so Metro Boomin's mom um was murdered in
Yeah.
a domestic violence situation. And Drake was like, "Hey man, I need some beats." And he's like, "I can't. Like my mom just died." And apparently Drake was like, "I don't give a fuck. Send me those beats anyway." So that's where the whole future Metro shit popped
That's
off. And then
not
they just
good.
like, and then they just called Kendrick like, "Yo, you want to get in on this?" Pretty much. That's pretty much from what I heard. I also heard several reports of like people in the industry who watched the Super Bowl got mad texts from people who they knew in the industry when Kendrick was performing Not Like Us, and they were all like, "I'm so glad this happened. He it couldn't be more deserving of a worse person."
I mean, I don't know these people, so all of it could be true. I'm just saying, well, one, speaking of like that, I spun the pop out at the gym Monday and it just almost made me dislike the Super Bowl performance more. Because like that hit so hard at the pop out and he just should have leaned into more fun songs.
Nah, I feel you. I
But
mean,
I would tell Drake to one, I would tell him not to release anything new, at least a year. I don't know what his
he
contractual
needs to take time
obligations
off too.
are. I
He
don't know
needs
what
to
his
take time off
contractual
too.
obligations are, but I would tell him strip it down, tour like not clubs, but like what's before arenas?
Um,
Theaters.
yeah, theaters. Yeah,
I would
yeah,
do
theaters.
theaters, tour theaters, and do a live band take care concert tour. Just like dozen shows, maybe 1,800, maybe a dozen shows, maybe 18 shows,
Yeah,
in theaters, band, take care, slow it down, do that just to, keep your name out there, get the clips flowing with the set. I think that'd be a cool little set to switch it up. Not
yeah,
no, don't talk about the beef, don't address the beef.
yeah. Don't say shit about the beef.
You don't even mention it, and then just lay low for a little bit because people are
Mhm.
fickle, and they'll come back. It's
And
just
fatigue is a real thing. I think he's
also
oversaturated the market.
he just doesn't make good music anymore. That's his biggest
That's the
problem.
thing. He doesn't make good music anymore. And
Like, what's his last hit?
shit, he hasn't had a hit in like a year.
No, longer than that. I mean, we're talking that
I
fucking
mean,
COVID dance song.
what Tootsie Slide?
Yeah, like
You might be right.
I,
That's crazy.
and even then, that was shameless TikTok chasing.
Oh hell yeah.
It was
That
just
was like that
shameless.
was pure algorithm music right there.
I mean, we're gonna pull it up now. It's bad audio or bad, radio or whatever. But like,
Hmm.
if we pulled it up, I mean, it's five. COVID was 5 years ago. You
Shit,
know,
you're right.
he needs
Yeah, I
to
mean,
he needs to make better music to start.
he does.
Um,
And
but
he never made good albums, so it's like you
well,
can't
that's
even
a
drop a
lie.
classic.
Take
Well,
Care and Nothing
let
Was
me
the
rephrase that.
Same are great albums.
Yes, let me rephrase that. He's historically does not consistently make great albums.
Well, he stopped being a rapper after Nothing, or after If You're Reading This, It's Too Late,
That's the
and he
problem too.
just
He went to being a pop star, which is
yeah
okay. That happens, but you got to stick to your base, man. That's
yeah.
what matters. That's
That's
what's
why I say
important.
strip it down and do Take Care or something that brings it back to I think Take Care was 2012, but that
Yeah, yeah,
make people my age feel summer 2011 2012 again when we was outside and it was fun and just lean
yeah.
into that. Stop trying to feed the kids on
Even
TikTok.
yeah, even the shit. Um, what was the album that had like "Nice for What" and shit?
Oh, that was Scorpion, I
Uh,
think.
oh yeah, Scorpion. Even Scorpion, he had had
Yeah.
some slaps on there, some summer shit on there.
But that predates COVID again.
Yeah, you're right.
We're getting some old music, man.
That's a fact. That's true. Uh, Yeah,
All
damn,
right.
it is hard to see like a fall that bad. Like it's
It's been a rough year for him.
yeah.
But I mean, still on a tour in Australia. They're paying him
Yeah.
for it. So,
Still making money.
all right, you ready to do this movie?
Yeah, let's do this
All right.
trash ass movie.